You know Jeff from all the Comedy Central roasts. He's the roast master. Jesus Christ.
Roast master general, man.
Roast master general, for God's sakes. And now The Burn, Tuesday nights, 10:30 after Tosh. And we've got Jeff Ross on the phone right now. What's up, Jeff?
How you guys doing, man?
Doing well. I got to tell you, man, it's kind of, it's interesting to me that we're talking to you right now on 9/11. Because of what you do for a living. So I'll ask you off the get-go. You're from Jersey. Do you feel pressure to do 9/11 jokes, or is that a no-no?
Oh, no. On our show, it's a necessity.
Of course. So
we must have 15 9/11 jokes on the show tonight.
So you sat down and said, okay, I'm going to write some 9/11 jokes. Can you hit us with one right quick to see how the South would react to something like that?
Well, first of all, today is 9/11's birthday. It's the 11th anniversary that Pearl Harbor became completely irrelevant.
Wow. You really can't argue with that. I mean, that's
a good point.
That's kind of a fact. You know,
am I right or wrong, right?
You are right. You know, I said earlier, everybody should quit walking around moping, and it's like a day of mourning every year with 9/11, and I think we need to get past it. Not
now
forget, but to move on.
Never forget, which is really hard when you smoke as much weed as I do.
You get smarter with every inch of long hair.
Yeah, really.
Hey, did you grow the hair out because you smoke weed, or did you start smoking weed and then grow the hair? How'd that happen?
I think it's a protest until my show gets picked up.
Now, smart. When you go up and you know, you do more than just a Comedy Central roast. You do stuff with the Friars. You do all these things. I know you worked with Charlie Sheen over the summer last year. When you go up to roast anybody, everybody knows it's under the guise of being fun. It's a way to honor the person. But do you ever say things you really mean, like you really just can't stand that person, but you do it with a smile on your face?
No, because I only roast people I care about, people that I love and respect. So I don't have to worry about that. If I don't care about the person, I don't even mention them. That's the ultimate insult.
Right. Like I've said before, if I make fun of a local person, a TV person or whatever, I think that's better than not talking about them at all. Am I right?
I think that's the way to do it. I pick targets that mean something to me, and you know, being a New Yorker, being you know, just to bring it all to what you originally asked me, I was in New York City on that day, and I have an emotional connection to that time in my life, and if I don't joke about it, I feel incomplete.
Exactly.
How people mourn and move on in life.
More people should look at it that way, I think.
At some point, you do offend people. You will offend people with your 9/11 jokes. You know that's going to happen. But one thing about you is you won't apologize for it. I'm sure you disagree when comedians have to apologize, but I don't know. What's your take on that? What's your take on the backlash?
Tosh apologizing for the rape joke, and then
Godfrey,
Gilbert Godfrey,
all these guys being strong-armed into a position where they have to apologize to a bunch of people who just didn't get it.
You know, I just feel any time that comedians are second-guessing their imaginations, it's a dangerous moment for the country. Comedians are supposed to shine a light on the dark sides of life. Otherwise, they get swept up under the carpet. So I feel an obligation to go for it. I feel an obligation to talk about these things on stage and on my show.
Jeff, do you ever get shocked by something somebody says? Like a guy like Anthony Jeselnik, who's just, I mean, the guy is freaking like ice in his veins. I mean, he is brutal. Is there anything that guy or anybody said that you're like, holy hell, I cannot believe you just said that?
Everything that Anthony Jeselnik says. That's how I feel.
Pretty much.
I feel like you, Anthony Jeselnik, and Amy Schumer should go on some kind of tour. I think it would be the ultimate tour. It would blow away the blue-collar tour. It would blow all these kings of comedy away. You are the big three right now.
Even Latin kings of comedy?
Absolutely. Get out of here.
I love that idea so much. Would you guys come to my show if I came down there?
Jesus, bring it to the Bilo Center. We'll do it. Hell, that would be awesome.
Sounds so fun. The three of us would be a great tour.
You know, Jeff, when I go through Playboy magazine, sometimes I'll see you there in the first couple pages hanging out with the girls, and you're a man about town. I see you out in magazines and whatnot. Do you ever have any celebrities come up to you that just took the joke the wrong way, that like get in your face and try to do anything?
I've been really careful and really lucky so far, and I do know a little bit of karate, so it helps.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. No one specific has gotten mad at me. One time, Courtney Love took a swing at me, but She missed.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course you missed.
We
You're
always-
swinging at the one in
Bad
the middle.
aim.
Always count to make sure all your fingers are in the picture to see how much action you're getting.
What's going to be better for your comedy, Obama being reelected or bringing in Mitt Romney?
Wow, that's a great question. I would have to say Mitt Romney would be a funnier person to make fun of because it's fresh.
Yeah.
But for the most, but that would be tricky. That would be a tricky one.
Yeah, because like one bad Obama joke and you're labeled a racist, right?
People are so sensitive these days, but I say anything's fair game. People need to worry less about, comedians. We're not the ones causing harm in the world. We create laughter and happiness.
That is exactly what it's about. Without laughter, where would we be at 2012 right now? I don't think we'd exist as a world.
Grumpy.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Who's going to be on the burn tonight with you, Jeff Ross?
Johnny Knoxville is going to do a segment with me where I go to his new office and we roast each other back and forth, which is really fun.
Nice.
And he tases me at the end of it to just check my thick skin.
Of course.
God, the bit with you and Jimmy Kimmel a couple episodes was the greatest
Great.
ever.
Really good.
Oh, that was a fun one. And we do a big tribute to the porn industry tonight, you guys. I go
wonderful.
out to a porn set and I roast wieners and rumps and all the body parts.
Fantastic.
I love the dynamic of your show because you have the dais up there with the trio, and then you go out and you go to someone's house or their office and celebrities and roast them and roast people in the street. You're good, Jeff Ross. You're really good. More people
thank you
need to
so
know
much.
about Jeff Ross.
I mean, it took forever for people to really notice Jeff Ross, but we're glad you're taking off. And speaking of roasting, Roastmaster General, who was the toughest person to write for as far as roasting?
That's a good question.
To write for?
Yeah.
It's always the people who are timid, who are afraid to commit to the jokes. There's nothing worse than when a celebrity goes, "Oh, the writers wrote this for me," and then they try to sell it. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
Ellen
I
Barkin.
think the easiest person to write for is Gilbert Gottfried. He came on my show a couple of weeks ago and did a 3-minute monologue about, I don't know if you can say this on the radio, but I'll try.
Good luck.
He called it horselingus.
I get it,
Put Gilbert on the tour to us. It'll be you, Anthony Jeselnik, Gilbert Gottfried, and Amy Schumer.
Oh my goodness.
That's perfect.
Dang Geechee guy.
And Geechee
Luckily,
Guy.
bad taste is not a crime.
Everybody should watch The Burn Tuesday nights at 10:30 after Tosh. Great lead in, and it's a great show. The writing is impeccable. The dynamics of the show is really good. And who's the next big roast? Do we know on Comedy Central?
We probably won't do one till the beginning of next year, and we don't have anybody yet. Who do you think would be good, guys?
Jesus, who would be a good one right now?
I don't know, but don't cut the hair, man. You're the closest thing to Janis Joplin we got left.
Yeah. And another thing, dude, you put it over the top with the costumes, and you did the Penn State thing. You come prepared. You're ready to entertain, and you're a gem out there, Jeff Ross. You're a good guy.
That means a lot to me. You can't do these roasts unless you bring your A game. That's
Exactly.
what I always say.
Hey,
Don't
what's
bring
your
a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah, and you're on Twitter at Real Jeffrey Ross, correct?
That is correct.
All right, my friend. Keep the roasting going, and happy 9/11.
Happy 9/11.
All right, see you,
Never
Jeff.
forget. Never forget that we're a comedy show. I love you guys.
All right, Jeff Ross. Thank you, sir.